Hi guys, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. This is take 2. Okay, so I have a Divine Masculine Twin Flame read for you, and again, this is the Divine Masculine Twin Flame, but it also applies to the masculine part of the Divine Feminine. So I'm going to get right into it. It is the 20th of June. 20 is the Judgment, and the day adds up to 38, which is the Queen of Cups. And in coming together today, the Judgment and the Queen of Cups, the 3811, I was getting Sophie's choice because there's a decision that the Queen of Cups may need to make. And there's a lot that crosses over from the read today into the earlier read that I posted, the downloads that I got, the messages that I got this morning. So the masculine read here, when I went outside this morning, it wasn't that it was quiet. There was a lot of birds chirping and things like that, but it was completely still. It was like the sound of silence. Like I didn't see any movement, no birds, and it was very kind of hot and muggy. There was no sun out. It was just, and I saw kind of a haze in the distance that looked very different in one section around the edge of the trees that was very different than the rest of the sky. And it was just 111. So it was kind of interesting and quiet out this morning. Also, when I was shuffling the numerology cards, the environment card fell out right after I was noticing that, which is green, and it's number 44. And the numbers that came out on top were 1 of the Magician and 37 of the King of Cups. So the King and Queen of Cups are both presented here, as well as the 44 of the Mastering, Grounding, and Integrating. It was just 140 of the 14 of the Angels and Patience. So the masculine read was done at 9, 16, 17 to 18, which were all numbers that were coming up in the downloads from earlier. The masculine major arcana from the Sirian Starseed deck were Abundance, which is the Empress, Ascension, which is the World, Strength, and the Lovers. But also beneath the underlying energy was the Star. I have 3 cards passed on either side. There were 2 wands, 2 swords, 3 pentacles, and no cups in the masculine read today. The court cards were the Page of Pentacles only, but after the read, the Queen of Cups came up, as well as the 9 of Wands, which is the Wounded Warrior card. The numbers and coding were all about time out, financial discipline, and forgiveness. The numbers were 4 of the Emperor, 1 of the Magician, and 5 of the Hierophant, but also 33 of the 7 of Wands, 88 of Lionsgate, but also the twins side by side, centered and well integrated, 99, as well as the sequence 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so the first half of the cycle. 89 came up, as well as 38 again, which is the Queen of Cups, 58, the 4 of Swords, or the 5D connection, and then 223, which incorporates the Fool of 22 and 23 of the King of Wands, as well as the Empress of the 3 and the High Priestess of the 2. So the message around timeout, financial discipline, and forgiveness was all about the number 4 coming up here. There's a lot of 4 today. The Show of Power, the Nigh. The High Road times 2. The High Road, the High Road. And that never comes up twice, let alone once. And normally where I would get total hip replacement, I was getting bilateral hip replacement today. But also in taking the High Road that both twins need to ace Ascension, but some health things were coming up here. Sty came up, as well as GI, which resonated with me since I woke up feeling like I had a hangover, even though I haven't had anything. Stigmata came up, as well as stomach, thoracic heart, GI, bilateral hips, like I said, but also T1, or thoracic 1. So if any of you have any of those issues, comment below if you'd like. 4 nights of home room, which is making room in your heart. Also the heart rate coming up. Ascension was coming up as a breakdown of A, or ass, sense, and then ion, or connection. So 4 nights of homeroom, the heart rate, the ass with the sense of the ion, or the connection, the root chakra connection, the Sophia with the choice, I thought or I God, which was coming up as the Godhead or the intellect, Sophie's choice, but then also came up toggling down or toggling up, the root chakra, or toggling up to the etheric realms. So when I was working on my read, then I went to the bathroom and I noticed the clock. It was 9:35, which is the 9 of the Hermit and the 35 of the wounded warrior, Mary Magdalene. So we have the WW and the MM. And then I was getting the reflection in the masculine as the madmen and the world war. Also M&Ms came up, as the funny characters. Plain or peanut, it's your choice. Sophie's choice came up. Also the HH came up as equating to the 44 with a fourth leg to stand on. So if you take the 44 and add a fourth leg, you get the HH. Head and heart, but also the heart is the home. 4 to the power of 2, high vibrations, root chakra connection, Sophia's choice, toggle up or ground connection, travel or stay grounded. So as we get started with the read, the underlying energy was the 3 of flames, but I pulled 3 more underneath. So we have the star card, the 9 of orbs, and then the 4 of crystals, which for me is the bat cave of divine masculine's heart. Okay. So presently, the Queen of Swords faces the King of Wands reversed, and him turned away, but they're together, side by side. It was like the masculine saying to her, whether this is the feminine or the karmic, talk to the butt, he says. And that also referring to the root chakra that just came up. Leveling up to the Emperor reversed, out of control or loss of ego, in an offer of a new life, or practical financial offer. Aries and Aquarius both came up reversed here. Deliberating the divine masculine's heart, purging star chakra to root and below, present to one flame, some GI discomfort perhaps, poor judgment or bad decision made. Prison of conflict, cut and fighting competition of Queen of Wands looking back at it, and the King of Cups in deep thought about it with drink in hand. Aligning with knowing after pretending not to know, unaware or ignorant. One sword aligned and one sword still trying to connect with the truth, or in other words, on the fence. The slivery moon between. As I turn the page, it's 9:49. 9 is the Hermit, 49 is the 9 of Cups. It's the Get Your Wish card, but it's also about mastering happiness on your own. And Cancer reverse comes up here. Taking the high road in a bold move to sovereign or sovereignty, growing up, growing roots up, toggling up, that hard work and burden is the 3D way of life, clearing the castle grounds for Her Majesty to clear the roads for her travels, or getting ready to lay it all down and forget the castle and come take a drive with your sovereign. WWF meets the seesaw at the playground, 3-1, divine feminine, until the masculine levels out the playing field and stops pretending, and then the great pretender came up. Going from black and white to color vision, military wings to angelic realms, bird in hand to bird in heart, or bird on the back of the hand to bird in a hand fasting. Rod is used for firewood and staff to light the flame, and dogs are trained, performance artists, to not move a muscle, soldiers at the castle, standing guard of the portal for which only she has the key. And then she came up from Elvis Costello. She may be the face I can't forget. Okay, a trace of pleasure or regret, 100 different things within the measure of a day. So those are some of the lyrics from the song in Notting Hill. Hold and Spirit's connecting with me. Holding tongue of ignorance, or now that the secret's out of the Queen of Cups reversed, and or the Empress, they can be 1 or 2 people. Taurus was upright here, but the Queen of Cups reversed, and or the Empress in knowing without knowing. She is everything and source of all sorrow, the balance of the heart in knowing, the blues of flowing waters, emotions to release, mermaid dreams and white with red roses, and heart on her sleeve. Knowing the end of the world, 12/21/2012, 9/10 begins again, but with 2, the High Priestess, the divine feminine energy. 9 + 10 + 2, which were the cards right there, equals 21, again, the world, the end, closure, and completion. Present to the moment before the hour, the space, the good stuff, the excitement, the anticipation, Was that in Rocky Horror Picture Show? I can't remember. But the joy, anticipation of the joy, the moment before the hour. Love self first, and beneath that was soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate, but don't forget to love yourself first. Ladies who lunch compare notes. The envy of the neighborhood may have called the game prematurely. The dating game, the match game, as the Page of Wands is inspired to a new life, a new love, World Cup with a cherry on top, and 2 handles to share the cup, hung up on every square inch of her body. In one corner of the world, the stage is set. X plus 1 plus 1 equals XII, 2 I's and an X. 10, 11, 12, the higher octaves of love. And Libra and Pisces both came up reversed here. 12 of the Hangman, studying all perspectives of his subject to be wise, not wanting to settle for second prize. The blue strength of the Divine Masculine, curtains hung all around in billowing fabric. The white sheets of the Divine Feminine, pure and smooth, soft to touch, like heaven. The bow and the cradle, or the bow and the cradle, so neither one falls, they catch each other in the dance of their calling. He wants to inspect to make sure she is for real, a real live girl for the real live boy that Pinocchio became. Allow the others to see how true love really is. As we turn the page, it's 11 right on the dot, the 11th hour, supported by God. New beginnings of the one of the magician, and underneath that is self-discipline. 41 of new love, self-love, spiritual love, that it takes self-discipline to be loving of each other, respectful and kind and romantic, and being just kind to each other, and yet being authentic to yourself at the same time. So new beginnings there, ahead at the starting gate, enough away from the false light, or that last full moon, to feel his way forward. The Knight of Cups ready to focus on 2 cups, now that the secret's out. The grief or ignorance of the non-believers, deceivers, some dumped and out in the cold, to start their journey to stand up for themselves now and find the truth that will ignite the flame. Don Juan regrets not seeing the truth, believing the false light, the deceiver, not using their intuition, wanting to see the good in them. A parting of the ways, as one cup he dumped out is sticking with him, stuck in emotions, third party and gossip and overindulgences, now standing up to others, standing his ground without reacting, remaining calm, getting ready to light the Olympic-sized torch. And Cancer and Pisces were both reversed there. And then right at 11:11, I was getting, the party's over, okay? So that came up. Time to recover finances and plant bulbs. 3.5 out of 7 came up here. But all he needs is one flame, and I was getting the 11th hour again. If they don't like it, they can all go to ring their own bell. The 7 of Wands comes up as 33, which is the Christ vibration. But it's the 3.3 out of 7 as opposed to 3.5 out of 7? Or is it 3.3 out of 6.6, the never-ending 666 till you get to the 7, and you don't get to the 7 because that would be the end in the etheric realms, so you can't hit that unless you get to 5D. Standing up for the Queen of Pentacles, he will fight for her honor. Presently ending burdens of work, labor and moving, towards soulmate, loving self first, inspecting all angles for new beginnings. All 4 aces present, as the Ace of Pentacles is upright, and 3 other aces pending or started already and on their way to number 2. Passing quickly through the masculine energies, which all the aces are, to focus on the divine feminine energy, which needs to rebalance because there's not enough of. So recently, for the divine masculine is the conflict, which is over, but expansion also, standing up for the flame, 2 hearts amidst recovering and falling on their face in lacking faith. And Aries and Libra both came up reversed here. The foundation here is surrender of the Two of Crystals. The King of Swords, grieving loss and regret in a split or a divide, lies, needing clarity about being dumped or having dumped or overwhelmed or with diarrhea or some kind of GI vomiting or some kind of illness. Injustice and letting go of the old for the new. Injustice of grief process when he's now in his truth. Surrender to abundance, to Mother Nature, the Empress. Broken contract or commitment at the full moon, false light, in need of opportunity, some money or a loan. Or the Empress is spiritual or uncommitted to the light of the full moon. Or a child in need of assistance as a divorce comes to light. And here Taurus was reversed. It was coming up, the Empress was coming up upright, but the Hierophant was coming up reversed in Taurus. Cancer came up upright here, and then Pisces also upright. The challenge being here for the masculine is ascension, which is the world, ending, closure, shift of realities. The Queen of Pentacles coming out of the loss of hope and or any depression, and coming out of impatience. You can't fight Mother Nature. Magician impatience, in separation from new love, present to reunion as the Knight of Pentacles assists Libra. Or court clerk brings decision to the judge. So now is release of the anxiety here. With rest and meditation and feeling powerless or powerlessness or refusing to worry about the ex or kids spending money that he doesn't have. A negative message or negative self-talk as decision to take the money and run. As I turn the page, it's 11:36, 11 of Justice, and 36 is that 10 of Wands. That weight of the world upon your shoulders, needing to dump your burdens and run. Standing up for self and taking what is his, or this is a child or children taking off with the goods. Letting go of savings to fix things up at work or in coming together with kids or twin, or the past returning to correct the balance, to make things right so everyone gets along again. And here for the masculine, Aquarius, Virgo, and Sagittarius all came up reversed. The devil waves goodbye as the dark orchestrate a red flag or radiation, some falseness or fake synchronicities. Evil Empress up to no good at present, may have mental illness, or mother is older and losing her mind, or marbles, with illusions or delusions, seeing things that don't exist, or those in fear or religious, saying that the synchronicities are the devil's work. And Capricorn upright came up here. Or it's just a Capricorn or a Virgo Capricorn waving goodbye as Aries or Taurus leaves for new passion, or lack thereof, frustrated and wanting reunion with Queen of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles taking their energy back and giving to fantasy justice. Truth and balance, or giving to Libra's dreams. Soon, for the masculine, is the Eye of the Tiger. With cover blown, sudden explosion or epiphany about third-party gossip or overindulgences, partying too much. The rainbow comes out after the rain. In the surrender to singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. I'm laughing at the clouds, so dark up above. A song in my heart, I think that's the words, and I'm ready for love. Okay, so that came up with Scorpio upright, and Leo upright, and Sag upright or reversed. Eye on the prize, ready to devour lover, again came up today. The Divine Masculine is seeing himself as the Three of Swords. Lightning strikes gold, as the sealed Divine Feminine is protected during that storm. How fighting is over for him, and he's healing, and has all of that under control. Standing up for himself and fending off others. And then for Romance Angels came up, heart-to-heart conversation, which is that HH that came up earlier, forgiving and learning, and past life relationship. So he sees himself here as the lightning strikes, okay, but he's also healing, okay. Around him, or how he is seen, is the Ace of Pentacles, and this ace is the one that was upright. Diamond in the rough, exposed to the air, and the rainbow. Taste the rainbow. And what was right above that was the rainbow of the lovers, okay? And that's the energy he needs to clear. But choosing left path with the world in the right hand, the King of Pentacles reversed may be ungrounded or loss of status or money, now shifting up to hangman status, hanging out, seeing new perspectives in a new life with diamond light and wisdom. And Pisces upright came up here. He needs to clear blocks of the lovers and affection. The Knight of Cups offers love coming out of the rain. And then I was getting love rain on me. So that was very much paralleling the singing in the rain. So very positive energy. Gemini comes up here, as well as Leo upright. Being strong and taming the beast, purging and getting Leo or ego under control. Chaos of the Queen of Wands reversed on a rampage at present, spreading news or gossip about the Queen of Swords or mimicking her. The Queen of Wands reversed is also Cancer coming up here. She could also have Leo and or Sag. Forgiveness comes up in the numerology deck, financial discipline and time out, but even more so for the masculines is effort and adventure. For surprise separation or an offer of love to heal. And as we turn the page, it's 1204, 12 being the hangman in wisdom, and the 4 of the emperor in ego, death, basically. So the last card was the Seeker of Crystals, but this energy was reversed in the read. The other 2 pages were upright. It was just 2202. 22 the Fool and 2 the High Priestess. The Seeker of Crystals was reversed, and it can just be a kid who's ungrounded, or it can be someone who's in need of an opportunity, of money, of assistance, okay? But it can just be a child reversed as well. And behind that came up the 9 of Flames, which is the Wounded Warrior, the 8 of Flames, and then the Sage of Chalices, or the Queen of Cups, like this. And it was just 2228, which is the Fool taking the leap of faith, and then the 28 of choosing the direction of the twin, okay? So these were the 3 extras. So a lot of passion there. And the Queen of Cups came up reversed earlier in the read, so I'm not sure she was still reversed or upright there. But let me tell you what came up for this. The Page of Pentacles is studying their psychic abilities, or may feel ungrounded, but obsessed with doing the uncomfortable dance. Libra feels bad or guilty, or Judge told him off, or the King of Cups coming clean about obsession for exposing others, or taking them down before they get him, or there's a Leo at war with him, pretending to be with him, but talking shit about him behind his back, or just exposing the harsh truth, and him defending her honor. The Queen of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles were upright here, but the Queen of Cups and Queen of Wands were both reversed. And then right as I wrote Queen of Wands reversed, the woodpeckers started pecking at my house, so I had to go chase them away, and that was at 12:12, the end. Don't come back now, you hear? So the Queen of Swords speaks the truth. The Page of Swords and Page of Cups were upright, but the Page of Pentacles and Page of Wands were reversed. So if you have any kids around, if they're Page of Swords who like to talk a lot, or the Page of Cups who are really loving and affectionate, they're good today. But the ones that are not good today are the students who aren't very good students, and the Page of Wands who are out of control with their energy, so they may be kind of unruly today. Or the Page of Pentacles reversed, child, forces the King of Cups to face his truth. So maybe a father, could be Divine Masculine, obsessed with avoiding and dealing with Leo, or obsessed with avoiding being exposed. Wounded Warrior, lovers, Knight of Wands, rushing back to lover, not expressing feelings or avoiding a heated exchange, avoiding the dance, giving up the fight to the death, surrendering to expressing feelings to the Queen of Cups, who's reaping rewards of death or inheritance and scores, or the Magician manifests after saving and transitioning. Here, Leo upright, Libra upright, Gemini upright, Sagittarius in a minor way upright, Scorpio upright, and Virgo upright, all of them upright in this energy at the end, showing the high hand and starting over in love, moving to final happiness, or moving to find happiness on his own, right, his sovereignty. A lot of frustration for the masculine, though. It could be sexual and creative blocks, lead to peaceful waters in leading the way on the journey of the collective consciousness, or the Page of Cups. Pure, innocent message of love. Presently surrendering to heal and offer a new life, exposed his diamond, his inner diamond in the rough, after the battle with Empress, Abundance, or Mother Nature, the challenge being closure, completion, and endings. Chomping at the bit for Lover in anticipation, in need of opportunity to learn and express feelings to each other. Queen of Cups can have his I was getting the Queen of Cups can definitely come up as the karmic there. I was getting like Queen of Cups can definitely have his savings. He's done. And him realizing he can always manifest more. Okay, so he may be willing to just get it done and just let him go on and make his own money back. And then the Woodpecker came out front again, and that was at 1224. 12 is the Hangman and Wisdom, and 24 is the karmic energy of the Queen of Wands. So it's definitely coming up there. And she was coming up as Cancer too. So the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Wands reversed could definitely be the same person. So at present, the Divine Masculine may be nervous or excited about presenting dreams after a battle to fight for her honor, surrender to abundance and let go of fears, challenged by a closure, confronting the big world, healing with epiphanies as hunger or appetite returns, new life with Lover in need of opportunity to surrender and express, and a heated exchange with the Queen of Cups reversed, and then journeying on. Okay, so that was the read. So definitely could be dealing with a situation, and he could have been fighting for the honor of the karmic, but now not anymore. Or now this is something new where he's fighting for the Divine Feminine's honor, or maybe he's fought for her honor the whole time and she didn't know it. I want to show you too, I got a deer last night coming home, and there was some really cute pictures, but he was just looked like he was just skipping and frolicking. Look how artificial that picture looks. But that's like, he was so cute. It was a baby. It was so cute. Let me show you the read before I forget. Okay, so I'll turn the light away so you can see it better. So we have the basic read here. I don't know if the next picture is the full read. Let's see. Now I have the full read on my phone because my iPad was busy at the time. So let's see what we have here. Yeah. Okay, so this is the full final read. Maybe you can see it better on here. Okay. All right, and it was just 2841. So of the twins and the new love, spiritual love, self-love, all that stuff. Make sure you drink your water, get your rest. I need more rest. I didn't get much since I woke up too early this morning and was feeling weird, like I had a major hangover. Rise and be love, you guys. Bye. Change my mind. I'm going to pull something from the Good Tarot for you guys, since the time is pretty good still. Let's see what comes up just as a closing. Since I did pull this read this early this morning. We're now at, it's 2:25. Okay, take a deep breath, you guys. Today is June 20, 2019. 6/20/2019. Did I just say 6? I don't even know what I say half the time anymore. As soon as I say something, I totally forget everything. So I can't can't remember anything anymore. Okay, so June 20, 2019, for everyone watching, the best and highest good of all those concerned. What do we need to know? What do we need to learn? What is the last message for everyone watching today? What do we need to know? What do we need to say? Okay, the bottom of the deck is 8 of Fire reversed. Okay, more light back here. So 8 of Fire is reversed. Okay, and that's what it looks like upright. Okay, so there's like a panda bear. I don't even know all these cards yet. The 8 of Fire is the 8 of Wands, which is normally, you know, that expressing of feelings and passionate communications, arrows of love. This one is like, looks like a party. So a lot of back and forth, right? Heated exchange, but in a positive way, but it's reversed. So the party's over. It's just confirming that. How funny. The party's over. So that was clear as the underlying energy. And we have 3 different little piles here. The first one is just one card, the Sun. Okay, that came up upright. So how beautiful is that? Some really beautiful, right? I'm singing in the rain because the sun has come out. That she's the sunshine of my life. I'm just getting now. It is all about her and the sunflowers. The sun. Then I have 2 cards. One is the eight of Earth and Messenger of Air. These came up together like this, but Messenger of Air is reversed. 8 of Earth is usually like that's the working card, and then here's the messenger. Oops, sorry, wrong one. The Messenger of Air upright. Very pretty, but it's reversed. So Messenger, I don't know if Messenger is the Page or the Knight. Let's see if I can figure that out real quick. See if anything else. And then we have Pages. So this is the Messenger's the Knight. So the Knight of Air is reversed, which can be holding your tongue, but it can be harsh words, it can be verbal abuse as well. With the 8 of Earth at work. So somebody might need to hold their tongue at work, the masculine. If he's still working with people that he doesn't want to, or isn't getting along with, or the karmic, or anyone he's not getting along with, he may need to hold his tongue, or he may be a little bit abusive at work with his words. But he's working to align. Maybe working with music, violin music. He may be listening to classical music. And classical music coming up as the wood of the family tree. So someone might actually have a violin that's from the family, very old and made out of a tree, which they are because they're wood. But so instead of speaking words, listening to calming music is what I'm getting. But with the sun, that's very positive, okay? Then we have 3 more cards. The High Priestess, the 8 of Water, which is like the 8 of Cups, walking away within. But here it's more like they're waiting for the ship to come in, and then the 9 of Air, which is like the 9 of Swords, which is just purging. Could be stress, crying, things like that. More like stress and pain, though. Okay. You can see them very well, but the colors are very subtle in this deck, so on this program it doesn't pick it up very well. So we have the High Priestess upright, which is good. So that can be your psychic abilities, it can be a secret, it can be the High Priestess. So the High Priestess, so she's there. He's waiting for, it's him who's waiting for his ship to come in. But she's right there. He just may be feeling that anxiety, the excitement of waiting for her to come in, and he's nervous. That's what I'm definitely getting. He's ready to she's ready to spread her wings and fly. But he is too. He's the one who's stressed. He's worried about being able to take in the beauty of her, of who she really is, her angelic self. And how can I live up to that? But he's waiting for his ship to come in, and the seas are kind of rough, and the ship coming in is coming, but it looks like it's struggling to get in. He's got a treasure chest waiting there for her, and the sun's shining on him. Really beautiful, and he sees her as very mystical and magical. Really beautiful energies, guys. I don't want to let it go too long. It's 35 of the Wood Warrior, and there was just 38 of the Queen of Cups, which both came up today. And let's see if there was anything else. No, it's just really positive energies, guys. So, rise and be loved. Bye.